you for those kind words, Toastmaster Sanjay. Today, when I was on my way to office, I was stuck at the K.R. traffic station, the railway station and Old Madras Road. And then I got exasperated and I had a nagging question on my mind. Why is it called a rush hour when nothing moves? Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, good evening.
Good evening.
While you recoil in horror and think, oh no, Sanjay is going to talk about the traffic, the city traffic, and lament about it, let me assure you, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I am going to share with you the tried and tested ways by which I overcame my sorrow with the Bangalore traffic, and the city ride turned to a peaceful, pleasant, and definitely positive experience. So before we begin, let me tell you some fact that cannot be denied. It's an undeniable fact. Ours is a country, or rather a developing country, where our cities and suburbs are guinea pigs and lab rats for a wonderful experiment. It's called urbanization. Our cities is like an overfed hog, teeming with increasing number of vehicles in its underbelly, groaning with its own weight and coming apart at the seams. Having swallowed that bitter pill, let's begin. Rule number 1, do not honk. Ever. I know you must be bursting with protest. Words of protest are bubbling up inside you, trying to find the first place at the tip of your tongue. But let me tell you, I was a censored bleating sheep on a two-wheeler just like anyone else. Beep, 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 beep. By the time I reached office, I was seething with wrath, revenge, and rudeness. One fine day, I fell off my bike and dislocated my left thumb. 6 weeks later, when the cast came off, this was still weak. It was a weak left grip. On that day, when I rode office and reached work, I was exhilarated for just 2 reasons. I survived the trip, an arduous 10-kilometer journey. And second, I did not have to prod my neighbor or my fellow rider to ride faster. That a fateful day removed the noise out of my world completely. The traffic horn became a distant blur. Rule number 2, follow the traffic lanes and obey the red lights, or obey the traffic lights. Let's take a typical scene at any traffic intersection. As soon as the lights are about to go green from amber, the engines rev to life. A stray horn here and there would needle the vanguards to jump the impeding signal. As soon as the lights go green, the tires burn on the tarmac, the horns go berserk, and off they go, racing like a pack of greyhounds, off to the next traffic signal, which is again a red light. Meanwhile, yours truly is casually taken his car out of this particular signal and has come to the slow halt at the next traffic intersection. Happy to meet the same neighbors he was standing at the last signal. So, I must share with you a secret. In a city traffic, your average speed is more or less the same as the slowest vehicle on the road. So no matter however much I huff and puff and accelerate, I'm going to reach my destination at the same time. So why bother? That brings me to obey the traffic lights and follow the lanes. Imagine if you have to weave through the serpentine traffic. You have to be wary of the next Formula One driver who's going to whiz past you on the either side. That, having followed the traffic lanes, eliminated that element of surprise out of my life completely. The third of my most favorite ones is when, like today, I get exasperated and angry. That's the day I realize that I have to change my mode of transport. So let's see what all mode of transport I have. I use the car to office because I sold the bike away. I take a bicycle to office. I walk back from office or walk to office, but not both on the same day. Or else, I'll run to office and walk back. I'll take the public transport or I'll take the auto rickshaw. But this mode of transport gives me a system of change that will help me in overcoming my anger. But in spite of all of these, I must venerate all of you. There are people among you over here who ride hundreds of kilometers in a single day. They take various modes of transport. You all go through the tough and tumble of life, taking one public transport, one private transport, and then reaching your destination. When I see you all going through this toil, I know I have no reason to complain. So friends, happy riding. Love you all. Over to you, Toastmasters.